Hello and welcome to this lesson entitled Getting Started for the First Time User. This lesson is part of the Navigating QuickBooks Online module in the topic called Getting Started. Accountants who understand how to set up QuickBooks Online can offer a value-added service to their clients and assist them with the initial setup process. They will also be able to help their clients troubleshoot routing issues. After completing this lesson, you will be able to recall the steps to get started with QuickBooks Online. The lesson will conclude with a few exercises that will help you succeed with the certification test. Before we get started, may I please remind you that you will gain much more benefit from this lesson if you use the handbook that accompanies it. The handbook can be downloaded from the homepage of the QuickBooks Online certification program. When you have the handbook open to this lesson, click the next button to start the lesson. This is the homepage of QuickBooks Online. In this lesson, I will introduce you to the following: the home screen, how-to videos, dashboards, and data input. The first login into the system will prompt the user to set up and customize QuickBooks by entering the business address, industry, and type of business. This sets up the background of the system, turning on preferences and setting up forms and the chart of accounts in the background. On the right hand side top of the QuickBooks Online screen, we have a settings tab. When we click on that, the first option we have, that is company settings, from where we can set up the routine information as to the business, that is address, type of business, PAN number, and the routine setting ups of the books of accounts. Under that we have the chart of accounts, from where we can view, edit and delete chart of accounts. Now on the home screen left hand side we have various menus called home. Under that we have customers, from where we can put all the transactions we do with the customers. Under that we have suppliers, wherein we can put all the transactions that we do with our suppliers. Employees, that is for time tracking, and under that single time activity sheet and weekly time activity sheet. Under that we have transactions, wherein we can have an overview of transactions in banking. The list of downloaded transactions from online banking gets populated in this manner. Over and above that we can review sales and purchase transactions. Under that we have reports menu, from where we can access all types of reports that QuickBooks Online generates. Under that we have a tax menu, from where we can set up a VAT and a service tax and any other custom tax that is relevant to our business. Now let's move on to the top of screen. We can see three buttons, wherein the first is search. When we click on that, we can search transactions based on the reference number, date. In case we want to have an advanced search, there is a button called advanced search. When we click on that, we can have fixed criteria and we can filter out all the transactions the way we want. Thereafter we have a button called added transactions. It is also known as a quick create or a global create tab, wherein a user can create all type of transactions from clicking on a single button that is related to customers transaction. They can create invoice, receipt payment, estimates, credit note. For suppliers, they can make an expense, pay a check, payable. For employees, time activity sheet, and others, that's a bank deposit, transfers, journal entry, etc. After that we have a button called recent transactions. Whichever are the recent transactions that has been entered by the users, the list will get populated here. Now under that we have free videos which are specifically designed for first time users. The first one is organize your finances with QuickBooks. The second one is set up your QuickBooks company. The third one is import your data into QuickBooks. Just above that we have a link called welcome guide. This is a welcome guide for QuickBooks users who are using it for the first time. When we click on that, PDF file appears into the different tab. This helps all the users to set up their QuickBooks the way they want. Now just below that we have a company name and income dashboard. In income dashboard we have an instruction as to how one can enter an invoice into QuickBooks Online for the first time users. In summarized way, it shows the amount of open invoices, amount of overdue invoices, and what are the invoices that are paid in last 30 days. So when one clicks on a particular colored tab, list of open invoices or an overdue invoices or an invoices which are paid in last 30 days gets populated in the report format. Below that we have expense dashboard, wherein whatever the expenses that's been incurred, or let's say to be more specific, that are entered into the QuickBooks, the list of that gets populated into this expense dashboard. On the right hand side, it gets a graphical overview in between the different chart of accounts. If we just notice on the top of expense dashboard, there is how to enter an expenses. When we click on that, it gets the detail of how the user can enter an expenses into QuickBooks Online. Just below that, we have a profit and loss dashboard, wherein net income figures, that is profit or loss figures for the past months, gets populated based on the information that's been put down by the users. Now let's move on top of the screen again to see what's there on the left hand side. On the left hand side, we have a dashboard for bank accounts, wherein we can connect a particular bank account with our online ID and a password, and QuickBooks Online can fetch automatic data from that online account. When we click on a specific bank, we can directly go to the page of that bank and get the list of transactions. Now under that, QuickBooks has a specific feature for first-time users, wherein the users who are looking to find an accountant who is expert in QuickBooks Online, they can click on Find One QuickBooks Expert, and in that, QuickBooks will generate a list of all the pro advisors that are specifically available for a particular region. From that list, users can find out the nearest QuickBooks Pro advisor. We also have one option called Invite Your Accountant or a Bookkeeper. Clicking on that, we can set up a separate access for our accountant or a bookkeeper who is going to perform accounting or bookkeeping for our company. Just above that, we have a home page tool. When we click on that, the system will come up with the tool of home page in a specific template format. So this is all about the home page of QuickBooks Online. So just to summarize that, on the left hand side, we have all the menus. In the center, we have a 3 button, search, quick create, and the recent transactions. We have videos, we have a welcome guide, we have income dashboard, we have expense dashboard, we have profit and loss dashboard. On the left hand side, we have bank accounts, we have a list of QuickBooks Pro advisors who can help you guide through setup and maintaining your books of accounts. You can always set an accountant or a bookkeeper access by inviting your accountant or bookkeeper. You have completed this lesson. To be sure you have retained what you learned, complete the show you know exercises that follow. Feel free to return to this lesson to reinforce anything you forget. Thank you.